Welcome back. You're still tuned in Mid-Cap Radar on CNBC-TV18. Well, we'll be speaking to the management of Gangwal Lubricants in just a bit. But before that, if you look at the markets, there's a very slight recovery, but that is nothing to write home about for the bulls for sure. The Bank Nifty is down 740 points. The Nifty is down 300 points. It was down more than 300 points at a point in time. And this recovery is also left by what we are seeing in the Bank Nifty as well. So let's get in Mr. Manish Gangwal, CFO and President of Strategic Sourcing, IT and Legal, Gangwal Lubricants, joining us now from the sidelines of Motilal Oswal India Ideation Conference. Mr. Gangwal, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining in. Quarter two was good for the company. Just wanted to understand what is quarter three looking like? What have the trends been in terms of volume, especially both on the core business and also AdBlue volumes?
Yeah, good afternoon. Thanks for having me. Yeah, I think quarter two was a good quarter considering that it was a seasonal quarter, being rain-impacted monsoons were there and some impact of elections continued. But overall, we still have done quite well in terms of overall volume delivery. And we are seeing some of the segments which were slightly lacking in quarter two, like commercial vehicle factory field segment, is all coming back. So we are seeing after many months some revival in commercial vehicle sales also in terms of factory field, and overall rural is doing good in quarter three. So we are seeing offshoots of now recovery coming back from the slightly subdued, I would say, still quarter two being a monsoon quarter, but usually H2, which is the second half of the year, is a better quarter from lubricant perspective. So we are hoping for a good Q3 and Q4.
Mr. Gangwal, so you've said that as far as volume trends are concerned, Q3 is shaping up to be better. You're also expecting H2 to be a seasonally better quarter as well. Will you be able to quantify in terms of what will be the kind of volume growth one can pencil in as far as Q3 is concerned? And secondly, we want to talk to you specifically about the AdBlue space or the AdBlue segment. Market share improvement was there in Q2. Where has it now reached, and what can you achieve at the end of FY25?
See, our aim has always been to deliver 2 to 3x the market growth. And we know that market is growing at 3-4% in terms of lubricant. And we continue to deliver nearly 7-8% or in some good quarters 10% volume growth. Our CAGR volume growth for last 15 years has been nearly 10% double digit. So we continue to deliver that kind of a volume growth. Even in Q3, we are looking at similar kind of, growth in terms of volume, 7 to 8% volume growth, which is clearly 2x the market is the trajectory we aim at. And we are getting some tailwind help from even commercial vehicle factory field supplies, which are positive now in November month. Of course, we are also looking at AdBlue as a segment, and after a slightly subdued Q2 in AdBlue, we are seeing again some pickup happening in AdBlue as a category. That category of AdBlue has grown nearly 600% in last 2 years for us. So 6 times volume growth has happened. Now, at the current level of volume, we expect this category to continue to grow at 10 to 15% for us. I think the number for H2 up to H1 has been nearly around 11-12% volume growth, and we want to close the year with similar 15% volume growth for AdBlue. So overall, both the segments, lubricant and AdBlue, are doing well.
Mr. Gangwal, you had mentioned that as far as AdBlue volume growth is concerned, you're expecting growth in the range of 10 to 15%. I believe at the end of Q2 to the sell-side analyst committee, you had mentioned that the steady-state run rate over there would be in the range of 9 to 10%. Post Q3, are you seeing higher volumes over there?
Yeah, so we are seeing, there was some slowdown in Q2 on AdBlue, but we are seeing a pickup happening as we speak in Q3, and we expect Q4 to be even better. So obviously, and with our OEM's strength, we are definitely looking for AdBlue to, on a full year basis, to deliver, mid-teens in terms of growth.
Okay. Mr. Gangwal, what about price hikes? So far there has been volume-led growth, and that is something that the street likes for sure. Are you able to push through price hikes as well? Is this something that the customer is ready to take, or is there a lot of competition and maybe price hikes would be deferred if need be as well?
So this, what I can tell you is that the industry has been very, good and disciplined in this way. Whenever there is an input cost increase, we are in a position to pass on the cost. Currently, we see the crude is quite stable, relatively stable in the range of around, $70 to $75, and we do not see any need for a price increase as of now. But if there is a movement in the crude on either side, we will be ready to take the price hikes if required especially in the aftermarket. For our OEM segment, and we are one of the biggest, partners for OEMs in India in terms of lubricant. There are quarterly price variation clauses with them. So depending on the movement in the input cost, we take the price up or down with them. So that's what on the pricing we follow as a margin management.
Got that, Mr. Gangwal. Thank you so much for joining us. So H2 expected to be much better compared to H1, and also strong volume growth expected as far as the AdBlue segment is concerned. Thank you once again for joining us. As we now slip into a short break, here's some good news for our viewers. India's business news leader is now just a click away. Introducing CNBC TV18's all-new app. Get instant access to breaking news, in-depth articles, and financial world updates at your fingertips. Download the CNBC TV18 app now from the Apple Play Store or Google Play Store.